Oh, I pulled it from him again. Oh, he just spit it. Got it. That is epic. These are 5 tips for a DIY fishing adventure, and I'm gonna bring you guys with me as I fish some of my home waters, but I'm gonna go over some key elements that helped me create my last video. So let's keep this going. Tip 1, location. If you're gonna go fishing, whether it's a trip or just somewhere around town, you gotta scout a location, do some research, and figure out where you wanna go. So my friends over at Trout Routes, you know, they jumped on board for this project, and I was able to utilize their app to figure out where I wanted to go, how I was gonna get there, and create a log. All right, here goes the tarpon. And I'm stuck. Their maps are incredible. I actually use them here in Florida to look for new areas. Instead of going on Google Earth, I've been jumping onto Trout Routes, finding spots that I want to fish, dropping a marker there, and then I could utilize the app to get me to that location. No matter where it is, it's gonna get me there. And then once I'm there, if I catch any fish, I could take a photo, save it on there, and create a log. Oh, I kind of got in front of him. He's looking at it. He's looking at it. Oh, I just took it away from him. Oh, he ate it. He ate it. And I pulled it from him. The cool thing about Trout Routes is that it's not a data sharing app. It's not like some of these other apps that if you input any data that someone else is gonna see it. There's no back end. They cannot see your data. Whatever you save in your log, it is your log on your phone and your account only. So it's not one of these hotspot apps. This is purely a tool that we use to help us fish and find some of these spots off the beaten path. He didn't spook though. Let's see if he'll eat it again. Oh, I see him, I see him. Oh, I pulled it from him again. Oh, he just spit it like 3 times. I don't know if the camera caught all of that just happened. What the heck? I tried to let him swallow it, that last one, because I kept pulling the hook. I think it's because I'm too far high. I'm way up here. What the heck just happened? I've been grinding it out all day. Finally got my shot. Had the fish eat it like 6 times. He still hasn't spooked necessarily. I just got to give him a chance to calm down again and come back up. All right, he just rolled out there. Let me see if I can get a little bit more aggressive of a bite. I did. All right, see, that's all it took. Was a bit more aggressive bite to get a hook in him. This is awesome. This is awesome. And you know what? I think I found a spot that could actually climb down and grab him if I could keep him on long enough. Oh, he came off. I was trying to take a picture with my cell phone. Part of preparing for a trip is the gear. In this case right now, I am using my 5-weight with a trout line on it because I know the trout line is going to give me a soft presentation. These fish have been floating just beneath the surface, making them very spooky and weary to line hitting the water. So I went with a trout line just because it's going to be a lighter approach. It's going to hit the water softer than a punchy tropical line would. So I'm giving this a go, having the right leader, having the right gear for where you're fishing. So the environment's gonna change when I'm fishing up there. If you see the video, I tried using my tarpon rod and I kept popping off everything. So it required switching up to my trout rod, which is a Blue Halo 5-weight. that just gave me the soft tip and the bend that I needed to be able to keep those fish on and not pop off. Preparation is key. What gear to use on your fishing trip is a big part of it. All right, here goes a different, this is a solo tarpon. Right in his nose. Got him. Oh, he spit the hook too. See him just laid up there in the current. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a 6th one down there now. So now you've chosen your destination, you've done the research, you've figured out what gear you're gonna need for the trip. Now you gotta figure out how you're gonna get there. If you're just gonna fish around town like I'm doing now, my Tacoma is perfect. I could get anywhere I want. So if it's off the beaten path, off-road, I'm gonna get through with no problems. I probably should have brought my mountain bike. With the mountain bike, it would have been easier to just ride the edge and scope it out and see if I see any fish. Because right now I'm just driving a bit, getting out, walking, jumping back in the truck, driving some more, hopping back out, walking and looking for fish. I think the mountain bike would have been a better mode of transportation to get around out here and look for these fish. All right, there's about 3 tarpon floating right here. Freaking bird flew over and spooked them. Oh, here goes another one though. He's round the fly. Got him. That is epic. So a bird spooked the 2 that I was looking at. And then I saw another one. This is a little guy. Those other 2 were like 3 times his size. But hey, I will take it. A tarpon is a tarpon, especially when exploring. Now, how can I get this guy up? Honestly, I kind of rather him just jump off. Not sure if it's rolling, but here we go. Got one. All right, he's good. So another important thing on a fishing trip is lodging. You know, initially on this trout trip, we were supposed to camp. Originally I was supposed to truck camp, and then with the issues with the truck, we decided to essentially figure it out. CJ over at Southern Comfort Cabin Rentals, and they hooked us up last minute. You know, I didn't know until like 2 days before. So they put us up in a brand new cabin. We were the first people to stay in it. All right, so check out this cabin. This is the Mountain Air from Southern Comfort Cabin Rentals. Check this out. Sounds like some jets flying by. I don't know if you can see them, but way up there, there's a couple jets flying. Oh, right here. Oh, that was awesome. He just flew right here. You saw him, Caleb?
Yeah, I saw 4. We saw it yesterday too.
Jets. There's 2 way up high.
And I see 4 jets. I saw 4
One just
jets.
flew right by here. I don't know if I caught it on camera. Got Levi in the house. He's got a little bit of boogers.
Hello, he's not used to the cold weather.
That camera. That camera is what he said.
That camera?
I think the cold weather is getting to him. He's getting a little stuffy nose action.
That's
but
okay.
That's okay.
1, 2.
Look at this place. Construction was finished on Friday, and we got there Saturday. So thank you to CJ for the amazing cabin. It was an awesome stay. My family loved it. I loved it, and I can't wait to get back. If anybody needs a cabin up in the Blue Ridge area, make sure you check out Southern Comfort Cabin Rentals, because they're a supporter of the channel and they came through clutch for me. I don't even want to catch one of these. I just want to film them. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back there. This is a small school. I've seen schools like 2-3 times the size. Another big factor in planning a trip is adaptability. Whether you're just fishing around town, locally, or in a completely different state, things will happen. Just be ready for it. He's on it. Oh, oh. I'm doing everything wrong. I want him to pop off. There you go. I got what I wanted. I wanted to get the bite, but I didn't want to drag that fish up here and then have to figure out what I'm gonna do to release him. I got what I wanted. I wanted to get the bite, get a few jumps out of him. I don't want to have to drag them up here and then figure out how I'm gonna release them. You know, I want to keep these fish in here where they are, so I can come back and catch them, because where I released it in the other, I released the other one in the pond next door that was no fishing area. But at that point, I just wanted the fish to survive. I thought tossing him down from up here might not be a good thing for him. So next time I got to come with someone else, or I got to bring some sort of rope to tie to the truck so we could jump down and land and release them. Or just got to get the John boat in here. I think the John boat might be the play, to be able to fish from the John boat, catch them, release them with no problem. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. So I'm gonna wrap this one up with that. If any of you are interested in trout routes, I put a link in the description below with 20% off pro subscription pricing. I highly recommend it. I've been saving all these spots in my trout routes app to have a reference and always be able to look back and see where I caught these fish. It takes away the guessing game of, you know, your memory could be foggy. You might think you were in a specific spot, but then when you go back, it's not the same, or maybe the typography changes a bit. Maybe it just looks different, you know, when you come back. But now with something like trout routes, you keep an actual log on an incredible satellite imagery. It's just highly recommended on my end. And that's it for this video, guys. I hope these tips are helpful, and keep fishing.